alcohol. Today I will be talking about a drug where it is socially accepted everywhere in the world.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
Sorry, Izzy, little accident.
You're not easy on yourself in this show, are you?
No. You know, as an alcoholic, I talk about, some warning signs, like DUIs in a cul-de-sac, things like that. The idea of, have you been through it to talk about it? You see, this is what you go through. Heart surgery, alcoholism. I went to rehab in wine country just to keep my options open. And the idea of, these are things you got to talk about.
Well, you got your own vineyard.
Ah, yes, that's like Gandhi owning a delicatessen. What are you doing? This is not for my consumption.
So you were dry for 20 years?
Yes.
Why did you fall off?
I was in a little town in Alaska. It wasn't the end of the world, but you can see it from there. And it was like all of a sudden I thought, I could drink. It's also that same thought you have if you look off a large building and go, I can fly. And within a week it was like, gone, And now, I realize I can't. So that was the gift,
How vividly can you remember falling into the trap in the first place with cocaine and alcohol?
I don't vividly remember anything from that. It's like there is this thing for alcoholics called a blackout, which isn't really a blackout. It's more like sleepwalking with activities. And I believe it's your conscience going into a witness protection program going, you're about to have sex with a hobbit. I've got to go now. Good luck. I'm checking out. I'm leaving the body on, but we're not going to remember anything. Good luck to you. Take care.
Hi there, this is Craig Beck from StopDrinkingExpert.com. Welcome to today's video blog, and the subject of today's video is, should I call myself an alcoholic even after I quit drinking? And as usual with these videos, and I apologize that it's not simple, there is a short answer and there is a convoluted longer answer. And I will come to the short answer a little bit later on because I need to explain a few things first. I will tell you here and now that occasionally, very occasionally, I call myself an alcoholic. I will tell you why in a moment. But first I just need to explain that I do this in spite of the fact that I don't even agree with the word alcoholic. For me, calling people alcoholic is nonsensical. It is completely illogical. Because the implication of the word is that there is something wrong with that person, that they are broken, that they are weak-willed, that they can't drink an addictive substance and not get addicted. Now, that seems crazy to me. Getting addicted to an addictive substance shouldn't be seen as freakish or weird. It should be seen as the logical conclusion of your actions, surely. It's a bit like, it would be like criticizing someone who jumped into a swimming pool and criticizing them because they got wet. You're so weak-willed. I mean, you poor broken person, you jumped into the swimming pool and you got wet. Why didn't you stay dry? It's insane, Jumping into the swimming pool and getting wet is the logical conclusion of your actions. And getting addicted to an addictive substance is the logical conclusion of your actions. So there shouldn't be a word for it. There isn't a word for those people who jump into a swimming pool and get wet, is there? It's normal. That's what is expected. So there isn't a word to describe it. Why is there a word to describe people who drink addictive substances and get addicted? Now look, you wouldn't accept the label heroin addict, would you? You say, well, no, Craig, because I've never tried heroin. Well, yes, but if you tried it, you'd get addicted, wouldn't you? Heroin is the most addictive substance on planet Earth. Alcohol is second, by the way. So if you took heroin, you would get addicted. So we already know this is true. So why don't you call yourself a heroin addict? You drank alcohol and you got addicted, and now you call yourself an alcoholic. So the same must be true of heroin. You see, we live in a very strange society where alcohol has special permission to be socially acceptable. It is the only drug that you can use where you have to defend not using it. Any other drug on planet Earth, it's the other way round. You have to defend your use of it. Even smoking in this day and age. If we go out for lunch with some people and you smoke, you will have to defend your action because people will be offended. You'll have to say, I'm sorry I'm smoking, but I'm very stressed. I hope you don't mind. If you started sniffing glue over lunch, you would have to defend your actions. You'd have to say, I'm sorry, I need a fix, I'm doing this. If you took out a needle, stuck it into your vein and injected heroin over lunch, you would have to defend your action. The only drug where it doesn't count is alcohol. And it is the people who are not using the drug that have to defend their actions. How many times have you not drank and people have gone, what, you're not drinking? What's wrong with you? Are you on antibiotics? Are you pregnant? It's the only drug where you have to say, I'm choosing not to drink poison for fun. I'm sorry. What the hell is going on? It's insane. The people who are drinking poison for fun are considered normal. How did we get to this situation? This is mental. And the people who choose not to drink poison for fun are considered strange. This is just, it blows my mind. I have people who have said to me in the past, I don't trust people who don't drink. What? You don't trust people who choose not to drink poison for fun? Back when I was single, I had a date lined up with a woman I met on the internet. When she found out that I didn't drink, she cancelled the date. This guy doesn't drink poison for fun. I don't think I should date this guy. He seems strange. It's mental, it's crazy. Now, so why do I call myself an alcoholic if I think this is so insane? And the answer is this, because it shuts people up really quickly and really dramatically. When you've been sober as long as I have, and alcohol is so ingrained in society, sometimes you just get a little bit bored of getting into this whole argument or explaining why you're choosing not to drink the drug. And so sometimes I just say, no, I'm not drinking because I'm an alcoholic. And they go, I'm so sorry, oh my God, you want an orange juice? And that's the end of the conversation. It's amazing. And sometimes if I'm in a bad mood or if I'm in a rush, I just say, because I'm an alcoholic, and it stops them dead. But that's the only reason I use it. I don't actually believe it. I say it to shut them up. And I think, back to the short answer of the question, should you call yourself an alcoholic even after you quit drinking? The answer is no, for the reasons I've just explained, but occasionally you might have to. But I wouldn't get hung up on labeling yourself like this. You're not weak, you're not a bad person, you're not broken in any way. You just live in a world where the marketing and the social conditioning has got such a firm grip of people that the opposite of the truth has become reality. Alcohol is the second most addictive substance on planet Earth. It kills someone every 60 to 90 seconds. I mean, think about that. During the filming of this video, several people have died of alcohol. 2.5 million people a year killed by alcohol. And yet, if you don't drink it, you're considered strange. It's weird. It's unexplainable. So don't get hung up on labels. You are just choosing not to drink poison for fun, and that's pretty much it. That's your choice, and you're making a very sensible, logical conclusion. So don't get hung up on it, but thank you very much for watching the video. If you have any suggestions about other topics you want me to cover in these videos, post them down below in the comments box, or you can email me via the website, which is www.stopdrinkingexpert.com. My name is Craig Beck. Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to subscribe!